Okay, we should be live, I believe. Okay, we should be live, I believe. There we go. Yes, we are. Gonna get this bad boy set up, and then we will begin. All right, boom. By the way, I'm using a new mic. I don't think it'll really sound that much different, but if it does sound a little bit different, it's new. So that's why. If it does sound a little bit different, it's new. What's good, Pokemon? What's good, Naruto? What's good, Apple? Welcome in, fellas. So the first game today, it was a late addition to Week 9 poll, but it still somehow won. And that is the Snowhawks and the Thunderbirds. Patrick Mahomes return to Toronto. And then Week 10, we'll watch the Texans and the Steamers. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. Siri picks 1. Okay, so we'll use her for Snowhawks. Siri's been like exclusively picking 2 the past few weeks, so it's a little bit refreshing to hear Siri pick 1. But one time Siri does pick 1, it's on the team, because I was just on Toronto, because I just made a trade with them, so I wouldn't have had to move them over, but oh well. We getting glad today, boys, probably. Did both Butler and McKinney sign? Yes, they did. And you had 51 players on your roster, so you're good with roster size. Did I put Mitch Morse? Did you tell me to move Mitch Morse to left guard? Hold on, because I don't remember doing that. Okay. I think I missed the position changes. I knew I forgot to do something. There's only 2, so it's not a big deal, but thank you for pointing that out. I knew I forgot something. But, yeah, Ian had a move he wanted to make, too. And then we can start. Time to lose. Who do you guys play in Week 10? Mitch Morse, by the way, is an 82. And then for the Rams, he wanted one of his linemen to move from guard to center. It was Barden. The former Diablo! I think he was part of the Phil Chippendale trade, wasn't he? Because Barden, I think, was the first player we drafted. And I guess the only way he would have gone to the Rams was the Phil trade. Well, thank you for your help, Parker Barden. I appreciate it. Can you move McKinney to left outside linebacker? Yeah, that's fine. If you go 1-0 today, you turn on light mode until the next stream. So, I said if I go 0-2, I'll keep it on. I made a bet with Lucario, too, yesterday. I forget the bet, and I kind of want to find it, because I'm going to forget. What was it? Oh, it was with Boomy. If the Ravens go 2-0, I have to... Okay, yeah, that's not going to happen. So if I go 0-2 or the Ravens go 2-0, that feels awfully unlikely that either of those things happen. So I think I'll finally be off light mode for the first time in like 4 days. I got used to it after Tuesday. Tuesday I thought I was going to go crazy all week. But, yeah, it wasn't that bad. McKinney is an 80, by the way. I think he was a 76 at middle linebacker. That's a big increase. What overall are you? Okay, I'll check that, and then we'll start the football game. You guys are an 86. And you have an extra roster spot. Alright, the Snowhawks don't really have any cool jersey combos. So, we don't have much to decide from. Do we want to wear the homes or the absolutely pitiful away jerseys? Blue helmets, white jerseys, and gray pants, and yellow socks should not be a combination whatsoever. This is absolutely hideous. How was light mode? Not fun. But not as bad as I thought. But no, I'm definitely switching. Assuming my my bet works out. Homes, yes, we want the homes. The away jerseys are disgusting. That's like looking at those away jerseys is like light mode compared to dark mode. You thought you were playing this week? I don't think you're game 1. Yeah, Cardinals got 6 votes. This game got 7. The Week 9 poll ended up being very close. The Cardinals Steamers got 6 votes. The Diablos Raiders got 6 votes. Lions Texans got 5. Although it's kind of a good thing we're not watching that game because that would have been a disaster. And Jags Dolphins got 5. But this got 7. So this barely won, but it did. And then Week 10 was also super close. There was a 3-way tie for most of it. The Texans and the Steamers pulled away. Thingy is not very specific. Remember after one day after that first Tuesday. So it was like 11 o'clock at night and I was recording a video and I must have had Discord up and my eyes literally started hurting to where I had to turn the light off in my room. I don't know if it had to do with Discord or if it had to do with the TV being bright, but I thought it was legitimately going to suck. Who do you guys play Week 10? The Snowhawks. Well, since we're watching the Snowhawks now, it's not that big of a loss. But I think both of your games were close. He says, all right, time to lose. It looks like the Snowhawks will start on offense. We will not see Patrick Mahomes first. Instead, we will get to see his replacement. The X-Factor rookie quarterback, Norris Doris. One of just 2 X-Factors that we found in this year's draft class. Can you user not the Texans? Well, Siri picks, not me. It's all Siri. Oh, yeah, I can switch out of the Texans before we set them. If that's what you're saying. Yeah, I can do that. Why can't we? Because Madden thinks that you have to have a team wearing white jerseys, which is kind of true, but also kind of dumb. I think as long as the jerseys aren't the same color, I don't think one team should have to wear white. But since the Snowhawks away jerseys are absolutely disgusting and make me want to vomit, we cannot have those on a professional field. So just because they're wearing homes doesn't mean we can't. Well, Madden thinks otherwise. Why does Norris not have his X-Factor? Oh, that's weird. I think it's with all... Madden does that with all the rookies. Like, once they become X-Factor, it doesn't, like, come up right away, which is really dumb. I know how to fix it, so I can do that after the game, but... yeah, Madden is weird like that. I don't know why that's the case. It's dumb. Why do you hate us? Nobody said that we hated you. Don't worry. Third and 10, strike for, I believe, Mecole Hardman. He says, I hate you. Okay, well, there you go. I guess my statement is incorrect, Naruto, and you do the hater. Oh, look at this! Inside the 10 to the 5. I don't know who 87 is, but he just made a nice play. That was... hello? Oh, great. Right when they were going to show the name, they have to do the little graphics. Oh, well. Doesn't matter. You know my all... oh, that thingy-majiggy. With the Viking name that I gave you for that one quarterback, which I don't know how to pronounce. Gotta love those random name generators. They are heroes.
Jones again, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Oh, they scored. I wasn't even looking. What happened? Who scored? I'm blind. It was CD Nuts Lamb. Wait, they scored? Yeah, they did. Roblox Kid 74, who, don't worry, I know who Roblox Kid 74 is, and I know what they're doing right now. So, this is just a troll. I think my subconsciousness wants you to avenge the ODAL. I mean, if you can figure it out, then go for it. Didn't work. It was not organized. Couldn't add players in the franchise. I don't think it was a bad idea. Sometimes it can be a good idea and it just doesn't work.
Mahomes pass complete to number 86. A gain of 11 on the play. And
What's the OD? It was a development league that Apple had last year. I think it was on like an arena football game towards the end of OFL 20. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted by Morphus McCollum, the rookie superstar linebacker. Quite the start for Toronto. Their rookies are looking good. First, Norris Doris had a nice drive, and then Morphus McCollum gets the interception. ODAL failed, and my team was good. F. Lapple. Norris Doris better than Mahomes. Well, so far, Norris Doris is launching dimes to the Thunderbirds. Patrick Mahomes is also launching dimes to the Thunderbirds. It's like Patrick Mahomes still thinks he's supposed to throw to your team. Norris, please kiss. Are you good, Chief? Are you sure about that, Chief? I'm screenshotting that, by the way. Then again, if I was in Nick's position and my team wasn't doing all that well and Norris Doris was dominating in a watch game, I would probably be thinking the same thing. Okay, maybe not the same thing, but you get the point. Third and 1. Doris, a risky throw. Ooh, he could have made that grab. That was a nice hit. And they're just going to take the points. I don't think this is a terrible call. Make it a 2-score game, no funny business. But I wouldn't have hated the idea of going for it if I was Toronto. Why do our helmets have the American... They what? That is weird if you're from Canada. Why would they have that? That is dumb. Huh. Incoming Boomy yelling, "Oh, Canada," for the memes. If the Titans coach for ghosting you on the trade that he pretty... Well, if he agreed, you could have put it in the pending trades. I wouldn't have cared if he said he agreed after 5:30 as long as you put it in. Naruto will be our Boomy replacement. He gets to yell, "Oh, Canada," instead. And Nick can too, because his team is from Canada. Are the Thunderbirds the only Canadian team? I guess so, because you can't relocate to any other Canadian city other than Toronto. There's another sack for Reggie Peters. Now, Mahomes didn't lose a lot of yards, but Reggie Peters will add to his stats, which are already very impressive, as he is one of the leaders in the Defensive Player of the Year race. No, you don't have time. The trade deadline was like an hour ago. I meant 5:30 my time. I should have explained that just now, but I know in the announcement I definitely said Eastern time, so it's not like I made a mistake. Trade deadline is 5:30 p.m. EST. Okay, good. I was right. Mahomes, just like old times, running for no reason. Battle in the third quarter. Toronto is looking good, but we've seen a lot of big leads in the first quarter get quickly evaporated. Toronto knows all too well of this. It happened to them earlier in the year. The Thunderbirds played the Cardinals, and Toronto had a nice lead, and then Nick Noob threatened the fire sale, and then they started playing well. Peters is the best defensive end in the league. Well, unfortunately, Myles Garrett's in the same league, so yeah. Damn it, different time zones. Yeah, you're in the poverty, I guess, time zone after us. So, whatever it is, what is it, Central Time? Whatever it is, it's poverty. Peters better than Garrett? Yeah, maybe on, like, Mars. Let you revive OCAA. Well, here's this. If you can figure out a plan on how you do it, then I'll think about it. For OFL 22. Yeah, if you figure out a good plan, then I'll consider it. Third and 5. No. Incomplete. Wouldn't have got the first down anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I have maximum football. Whoa, bro. Well, that's a starting point, but maximum football also has its limitations. So. Do maximum football maximum football is not making a new game. I don't really know exactly. I guess because they didn't have the resources and time or whatever, probably, since they're not a super big company. But I guess they're on hiatus for now. Lochte won't even listen to my whole life story. Well, where is your life story? I don't see it. Read this if your team sucks. Well, I read it before I said it. I wouldn't have said it, but I already read it, so I guess my team sucks. Toronto has to punt it. It does not look like they are going to keep their dominant ways of the first quarter, although they still have a nice lead. Thoughts on your OFL meme video? It gets a solid 9 out of 10. Very good. Third and 9. Wow, there's only 4 minutes left of a quarter. Jeez, nice hit. That was a good throw by Mahomes, but the receiver cannot hold on. I don't know who that was with the hit. Was that Marlon Humphrey? That looks like him. The former Diablo. I really had to give up my use of dark mode and Marlon Humphrey in the same trade. I feel like I got fleeced. I shouldn't have let that pass. But since I was already on light mode, I had no reason not to. Crazy how in a few years ago you were playing Axis football on your school computer and now it's actually a decent game. Well, I've never really seen Axis football, so I can't confirm or deny, but who knows, maybe it is. Only OGs played Axis football unblocked. Nice. Come on, offense, get them down. Well, wouldn't it be the defense getting them down? Wouldn't the offense not want to go down? There's a nice play to the 50 for Aaron Jones. Hold on, what's Toronto's record? I know the Thunderbirds are 3-5. The Snowhawks are what, like 4-3, I think. They are 4-3. Okay, that's what I thought. So this is a big game for both teams. Particularly if Toronto loses, they're in trouble. If they win, I think they can definitely get back in the wild card race. I don't know about the division because Green Bay is really good. The Steamers are really good. The Lions, who knows? The Lions are now a gigantic wild card with the whole IT thing. They now have Dwayne Haskins. So I really don't know what to expect with Detroit. But Green Bay and Memphis will certainly be tough. On D, get the Thunderbirds to... Oh, okay, I see. I was going to say, I was a little bit confused. Marlon Mack, better than that fraudulent AA run. Westlake, well, don't worry, Apple. It's not the series finale. I explained at the end of the video that there is still a little bit left, even though there's no more, obviously, like, fall seasons. So you'll still get your nice fixture of Westlake content for like the next month. You're just hoping. I think that's probably the goal, to get the 7th seed for you guys, because I mean, I don't fully trust Green Bay and Memphis yet, but they both do appear to be quite good. And Green Bay is red hot right now, so they had a slow start, but the Packers have really figured things out. Katie Katz has gotten a lot better. So I would probably pick Green Bay to win the division as of now. But, I mean, certainly on paper, Toronto's the best team. Pray that you're good enough and watched for a run. Well, I mean, you're looking good today. Did Marion Smith-Gardner commit? I think he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did commit. So, he's ours. Feeling away, you're better in watched than sim. Yeah, some teams are better in watched, others are better in sim. But you have to be good in watched. I think that's arguably more important. Even though every team plays more games in sim, I think watched is more important because every playoff game is watched. If you can't do anything in watched, you're not winning an OFL Bowl. Do you see our team making the playoffs? As of now, I would say yes. You guys are good so far, although you are on a little bit of a losing streak. I still would say I expect you guys to make the playoffs as a wild card. The NFC is always more deep than the AFC, so that certainly goes to your favor. They have one timeout. They should probably use it now. And they do. Yeah, that's smart. Literally made 50 Smith-Gardners and Octi have scouted 0. Well, hey, we have one. We have one now. Norris Doors under pressure. That was dangerous, but he's lucky he didn't get sacked. Last time I was this good, season 2 ended 9-7. Well, 9-7 now would be kind of disappointing. Incomplete again. What? I didn't press exit. Huh. Well, that's weird. Maybe there's a ghost in here. 3rd and goal. There's 10 seconds. Yeah, I guess you don't want to run the ball. And Doris is sacked. Toronto isn't going to score. Watkins with the hit. And it will remain 10-3. A wasted opportunity for the Thunderbirds. They could not clutch up on the goal line. I don't think, with no timeouts, I don't think passing on all 3 downs is a terrible idea. But you do have Aaron Jones. You should trust him to get 1 yard. Trey Flowers will carry the second. Well, I mean, the secondary won't carry your team to an OFL Bowl. If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Scuda. And Joey Fox, of course, the man, the myth, the legend. The only good receiver on your team. Aaron Jones did just let him go by. What was that? That was a bad play by Jones. That was his fault. Okay, we don't want to see this screen, EA. Thanks for showing us England, but I don't want to see the screen. Thank you, EA, for cooperating. Aaron Jones is getting the spanking. Oh, he better be worried. What if it's A.A. Ron Jones versus the Texans in the OFL Bowl? Well, that'd be kind of funny. I mean, Toronto's never going to make an OFL Bowl because this game hates Nick, but if it did, that'd be funny. Imagine if Nick and Naruto played an OFL Bowl. That'd be funny. That would be funny. 2nd and 9. Here is Patrick Mahomes. Nice little run. Again, Mahomes loves to scramble and watch games.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 20. And
Naruto would win by 50. I don't know about that. I mean, Naruto has invested a lot in the skill position players, so maybe they would realize what their bank accounts are doing and clutch up. Marlon Humphrey will never play. He's been kind of good today. Maybe I shouldn't have traded him. No, I don't regret it. I like my call. Well, I do. My eyes regret it because I've had to use light mode. But Corvette Boy stats: 3 receptions, 2 yards. Corvette Boy, future CFL Hall of Famer and OFL Bowl MVP. You forgot that. Mahomes better than Doris. I would definitely say Mahomes is better than Doris as of right now. But I could see a world where at the end of next season, Doris is better. But right now, I would give the edge to Mahomes. Should have traded in Okuda instead. Well, you should have let me stay on dark mode instead. Eric Ebron made a nice catch. That's rare. Didn't he have like one really good game for the Snowhawks and hasn't done anything since? That seems like something he would do. Scooter better than Pat Mickey Mafraud. Honestly, I probably would say Scooter's better. Yeah. Well, this past 2 plays has been a disaster for Toronto as Ronnie Newell loses 6. Third and 21, Mahomes. How does that work? What is that? I was complimenting Marlon Humphrey about how he's been good today. And he lets that happen. Who is 84? Carroll. I don't know who Carroll is, but that was a really bad play. Okay, now I don't regret trading Marlon Humphrey because that was, Incoming 25-yard catch. You were wrong. It was a 29-yard catch. Where is Deshaun Kaiser? I don't even know if Kaiser's in the game. Honest, and in real life, I don't think he's on a team. He had 1 year in Cleveland, and I don't think he's been anywhere since. I mean, maybe he's bounced around as like a practice squad backup. He's on the Titans. Since when was he on a team? I did not know he was on Titans. Oh yeah, he was on Green Bay for a little bit. Spent time with the Raiders. And is now on the Titans. The more you know, kids. I did not know Deshaun Kaiser was still in the NFL. And in the OFL, I don't think he's on a team. He might be in free agency. And then Portland gets a touchdown, and they tie it. Patrick Mahomes with another scramble. Yeah, remember when Toronto was up 10-0? Yeah. If anything, if we've learned anything this season, is that the first quarter does not mean jack.
That ties the game at 10.
This defense causes depression. It's only allowed 10 points, though. To be fair, they've only allowed 10 points. But yeah, that drive was depression. Paxton Lynch, future CFL champ and Hall of Fame. That's disrespectful to the CFL. I mean, there are legitimate Canadian football players in there. Paxton Lynch is not that. What's Gideon? Welcome in. I know it doesn't make sense, but hear me out. I'm scared. Hot, try and being the Chiefs defensive coordinator. Oh, look at Aaron Jones. Now he's going to try. And he gets to the 39. Cameron Merritt. I don't think Cameron Merritt... Didn't he just sign with a Canadian team? I think he just signed with a Canadian team. He fell off the face of the earth quick. He was kind of nice with the Bears. I think he signed with the CFL team. He's on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. There you go. Dalton Risner is the 100% dark horse MVP. Well, he's not even a dark horse. I mean, he's the best punter in the league now after that beautiful punt after the fumble. It's like 8 teams in the league, and it's a 17-game season. Well, I guess some teams play each other twice, and some teams play each other 3 times. Wouldn't that make sense? I think that's probably how it would work. Not better than J.J. Madden. Risner's better than every punter. Even mine, and I have Johnny Hecker. Risner's so goated that he as a 300 and something pound human being, he will punt the ball from the ground. I don't think J.J. Madden's 300 pounds and can do that. Slight at Mr. Madden.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
3rd and 9. I don't think Toronto's in field goal range. Maybe if they still had Harrison Butker, but he's mine now. So, Doris is incomplete. They're probably in a punt. They're going for the field goal. Yeah, I think this is a bad call. 59-yarder. I would go for it before I kick a field goal. Oh my goodness, that's actually kind of good. And it doinks off the crossbar. No good. He almost made that. If that was from 58, that would have gone in. I didn't realize he had 99 kick power. I forgot. But doink. Yikes. So Toronto. I always mix these 2 teams up whenever they play against each other. I always do it. Portland gets the ball back. Probably because they're both super up north and they're both birds.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
So I changed Dalton Risner to Dalty Risner. We're calling him Dalty now.
Draw plays to the running back. Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
3rd quarter in the books. We're tied at 10.
All tied.
Yeah, 1st quarter leads don't mean jack. I already said that, but I'm going to say it again because it's true. That should have been intercepted, and then it should have been caught by the receiver. Oh, that was 3rd down, too. Okay, so a very quick drive for the Snowhawks. Get the stop for once in your lives. Well, they did. No, what a punt. That was pretty close, though.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
Why do we have Butterfingers? I don't know. Maybe tell your players to not eat things with butter right before the game. Jake Luton, future professional Mexican-American football Hall of Famer. That's about as far as you can get when you play football at Oregon State.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Evan Engram is injured. He looks fine. Oh my goodness, he just collapsed. He was celebrating and then just completely fell. That's too funny. What a beautiful animation. Okay, he's totally fine. But that was funny, like how he was dancing and then poof. That was like the Stephen Tulloch play on the Lions like 5 or 6 years ago when he got a sack and was celebrating and tore his ACL on the sack. He got injured by thin air, yeah. And then I guess the backup tight end just got the 1st down. Is that Max Williams with 2 X's? Who spells their name Max with 2 X's? Evan Engram, future German professional American football player. Well, do they all flop? Because now Evan Engram's going to be known as a flopper. Who is the Lions? Apple's Galaxy is the Lions, not at the Apple in here. The other Apple.
Aaron Jones on the carry. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Toronto now has a pass midfield at the 47. We have Apple 1 and we have Apple 69. The Apple here is Apple 69.
Aaron Jones, the ball
The entire continent of Europe flops.
at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 5
Well, then Evan Ingram would fit right in.
and 1.
Europe is smaller than Texas. Why do I think that's not true? Lions suck in real life,
39-yard line.
and the sky also happens to be blue.
Aaron Jones on the carry. The tackle,
Toronto is taking some time off.
a gain of 4.
If they keep chewing clock, they better, score, or else that would be worst case scenario. Jones gets nothing there. He has had a pretty bad game.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain
No, the sky. Well, actually, the sky is kind of gray right now where I am. But yeah, the Lions aren't good, and it's fine because we're going in a good direction, and that's all that matters. We're getting Kayvon Thibodeau this year. We're getting DJ Uiagalelei next year, and then we're going to win the Super Bowl by 2026, and it's going to be all good. You play New England. If you lose, you're going to cuss your older sister out. Well, for her sake, you better win.
made at the 21-yard line.
And for meme's sake, you better lose, because that'd be funny.
Brings up 2nd and 7. Williams. That's good. 4. First down and goal to go.
First and goal. They're still chewing clock. But if they already have it this close, they're going to score. Now that I say that, watch them turn the ball over.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, well, that's not a turnover, but that's also a big defensive play for DeForest Buckner. Getting the sack, pushing the Thunderbirds back to the 18, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. And they're just going to run the ball. I guess they want Portland to flush a timeout. I get it. I would have probably tried to throw it and try to score the touchdown, but I get it. Mahomes would have ran for his life, Norris. You named an offensive lineman Lochte Walkty. What a guy. Barkley does make the kick, so it's now 13-10. The Snowhawks have a minute and what, like 50-ish? Minute 53 and 2 timeouts to drive down the field. That is plenty of time.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
If you wanted to burn a timeout, throws, yeah, that probably would have been better. But that's, I think there's also a lot more likeliness of a turnover. So that was the safest thing they could have done. But sometimes it's not being about safe. Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. Mahomes' passing numbers today are very unimpressive. I feel like the eye test will tell us that Mahomes has played better than Doris. But Doris' numbers are like way better. But I feel like Mahomes has been better.
Mahomes on the keeper. Ronnie Harrison on the tackle.
Wish we made the Super Bowl this year, because then you could have gone to it, the Lions. Well, unfortunately, Matt Patricia is a rocket scientist. So, yeah. Good thing he's gone. Portland is at the 27. They are now in field goal range. Watch them just not use their timeouts at all, though.
Complete to Eric Ebron. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
Oh, well, they're going to use one here.
at the 22-yard line.
Down to 30 seconds. Overtime looks fairly likely at the moment. They should just kick the field goal now. What the heck? Oh, the timeout thing showed up late. Okay, so they still have won. And about 12 seconds left. 3rd and 3. Throws that out of bounds. They can still run another play because they have a timeout. That's so dumb. You have 8 seconds in a timeout. Why would you kick a field goal? I think both of these teams want to lose. Portland ran it on 3rd down after the 2-minute warning. This is dumber, though. Why in your right mind would you kick a field goal with a time? If you didn't have a timeout, then I get it. But they have a timeout. That's really dumb. Around what time do I think OFL 22 will start? I would say early September. Although with Madden coming out like middle of August, and I know I'm going to be away that week, that's when we're going to start preparing for 22. Even though we won't be done with OFL 21, we're going to like start preparing. Octi, yes, I know it's Madden, but it's still dumb. Why would you kick a field goal with a timeout in 8 seconds? Well, it looks like we're going to get overtime unless Toronto throws a Hail Mary, which they're going to run the ball again. These teams are trying not to lose. They don't care about winning. They just don't want to lose, which is not the way you should be really looking at it. 13-13 through 4 quarters. We are going to overtime. Tails never fails. Oh, it lands on tails. Would you look at that? The Snowhawks will win the coin toss, and they elect to receive. So Portland clearly knows what they're doing with the coin toss. So Portland gets the ball first. They'll have an opportunity to drive down the field and win the game. Wonder if Shohei will pitch in the All-Star game. That's a good question. I guess it depends on if he pitches, like, the weekend before. Because if he does, then he won't. But congrats to the Snowhawks for winning the game. Your defense has allowed 1 touchdown today. Now, let's not act like they've been terrible in this game. They haven't been great, but they haven't been abysmal. Know this defense too well. Well, watch him force a 3 and out now. That'd be a little bit fun. Second and 8. There's a first down conversion. Rate your deadline moves. Well, you didn't make many, did you? Hold on. Not trading your whole team for IT gets an A+, by the way. So, we're off to a good start. Oh, Sheldon Rankins for a 4. I think that's good because he saved a lot of money. I'll give that an A. I think that was a really good move. Antoine Winfield in a 3rd for Honey Badger. I'll give that a B+. Barrett and Hand for the 2 defensive tackles and the 2 picks. I'll give that like a B-. So I would say overall pretty good. Rate your moves. Okay. Darren Lee for Jordan Jenkins, a 3rd and a 6. I'll give that a solid B, B+. I think that's pretty good. And then the other trade, Marlon Humphrey. Oh, since you got to go up from light mode to dark mode, you get an A+. And then Apple, Mitch Morse for a 2, Kutan, Fotu. That feels like a lot. It fills a hole, but it feels like a lot to give up for a 32. I'll give it a B-, because I don't think it's terrible. I get it, but I don't know if I would have given up that much. And then Honey Badger for Winfield and the 3rd. I'll give that an A. Okay, Nick, maybe you were right to doubt this defense. They do suck. What week is this? This is week 9. This is the first week of the stream. Can you rate all the moves I did? Okie dokie. Let's see. The Packer. I know you guys had kind of a lot. Jarvis Landry for Singleton, Ruiz, and a 4. I'll give that a B+. I think that was a mutually beneficial trade for both of those. Teddy, I thought that was a really good deal. I'll give that an A+ because you gave up, like, nothing. And then, wasn't there, like, Anthony Jennings for a third? Yeah, I give that a B. I think that's fair. Have you only won one game? No, you guys have more than one. Or maybe you do only have one. I don't remember your exact record, but I just know it's not all that good. I think you guys have 2 wins, though. I think you beat... Yeah, didn't you beat the Raiders? I think you guys have 2 wins. Rate your offense. Well, I would give it, like, a nice rating, but it is tack shoddy. So it gets, like, a 6. They keep trying to run the ball with Ronnie Newell, and unsurprisingly, it's not working because Ronnie Newell sucks. Or I guess any running back they have sucks. It's not really a Ronnie Newell thing. Well, I mean, it kind of is, because he's in the 70s. Third and goal at the 4. There's not a lot of time. And the Snowhawks will walk it off. Mahomes with the passing touchdown to somebody who I do not know, but it does not matter. Patrick Mahomes and the Snowhawks beats his old team. Portland improves to 5-3, and Toronto goes down to what, 3-6? I think. Mahomes' numbers are not impressive, but I think he was pretty good for the most part. And Toronto's playoff hopes are in a little bit of limbo. Despite an efficient day from Norris Doris, I don't think he was great. I think he was fine. I want passing, not rushing. What am I doing? Yeah, Doris' numbers were better, but I think Mahomes was a little bit better. Remember, he also had like 70 rushing yards. He had 81. He had more rushing yards. He had nearly the same amount of rushing yards as everybody else combined. How do you allow 108 rushing yards from the Snowhawks? Because Mahomes is a scrambling machine. Nick getting his treatment from Madden, like usual, yeah. Alright, time to sim. Here we go. If Nick loses 3 games, he's out unless the division is poop. Well, the division is not poop, so he's in trouble. Everyone on this defense is so trash other than Peters. Yeah, Marlon Humphrey wasn't all that good. The Cardinals won, the Rams won, and the Niners lost, I think. So the Steamers' win streak is done at 2. They lose to the Cardinals by 3. 24-21, Arizona stays hot. Alexei Smirnov had another great game. Josh Allen was solid too. Octi upgrade. Barely any important players have upgrades. So, N'Keal Harry was good again. He had 109 yards. So that means Devontae Adams had to do nothing. Because whenever N'Keal Harry plays well, Adams doesn't. Oh, he was fine. 4 for 46 and a touchdown. That's respectable. Walt T. Snowman with 2 sacks. The Steelers beat the Chargers 42-21. Vincenzo Pajotti's, what, second start? Oh my goodness, Kyler threw 4 touchdowns. So, wait. So in Kyler's first 2 games, he threw what, 4 interceptions each? Am I correct in saying that? No. Only in the second game. Okay. There was a game where I thought he threw 4 interceptions twice. I know he did here. Yeah, I guess he only did it once, but he was out. Typical Kyler Murray. Either he's really good or he's really bad. There's no in between. None at all. Nick Chubb was very good. He scores twice. Mike Evans was good. Classic Chargers defense, yes. Getting carved up by Kyler Murray. That's somehow even worse than ours. The Texans lose to the Lions. 35-28 in the battle of the backup quarterbacks. Who needs Isaiah Thomas when Dwayne Haskins is throwing for 5 touchdowns? If Haskins keeps this up, is IT just going to be a backup the rest of the year? Huh. Jalen Hurts threw 3 interceptions. Did Fox just say Carlos Correa is an MVP candidate? Well, considering Carlos Correa is going to be a Tiger next year, then yeah, make him happy, and then send him away. Because the Tigers need any non-goofball playing shortstop. Obviously, Toronto lost. The Titans had a bye week. The Bengals had a bye week. Bills had a bye week. Bucks beat the Panthers 28-21. The NFC South continues to be the weirdest division ever. They both threw 69%. Nice. You mind if I just look at quarterback real quick? Well, Dak is healthy now. I think this was the last week. Who is Scotty Gregory? I think this is the first week Dak is healthy, so you'll be getting Dak back. Hey, that rhymed. The Bulldogs lose to the Eagles. That's a big win for Philly. The Eagles are going to make a legit case in this division, and Austin Buckley had shown that his hot start was not a fluke. He had 3 more touchdowns. I'll show league leaders at the end of the stream. Austin Buckley was great. John Watson was good too. But Austin Buckley is the legit MVP candidate. Even his main target, Hunter Renfrow, didn't do a whole lot. He did score, though. What are the Eagles now? Like 5-3, I think? Caps had a bye week. Cardinals won. Chargers lost. Oh, wow, the Chiefs actually won 24-14 against New England. Scooty Young Jr. threw 2 touchdowns. He was quite good. And Kenneth Hawthorne was not. Calvin Ridley in a nice game. Where's Poverty Tack Shoddy? Oh, 1 catch, 11 yards. Poverty. Jaquelin Forrester with 1.5 sacks. Damian Morant with an interception. The Colts had a bye week. The Cougars beat the Ravens 31-14, so Chicago keeps their hot play going. But it feels like DR3 has kind of fallen out of the MVP race. He was the MVP for the first 4 games, but he just hasn't really been the same since. Andy Morrison was pretty good. He throws 2 touchdowns. Malachi Kidd was good. Joe Mixon is back healthy. Rakeem Sewell had a good game. No 2-0 from the Ravens. That's right. So as long as we win one of our games, I get to turn off flight mode. Oh dear, please win, team. The Cowboys lose to the Saints 23-13. Garoppolo throws 2 touchdowns. I cannot speak English. Tyreek Hill. Wait. Oh, Matt Woodard did 2. I thought Woodard threw 1. I guess not, because Tyreek Hill caught 2. Imagine if you end up getting the #1 pick and you don't have it. Well, that'd be pretty rough. A lot of guys with sacks. Junior Wolf had 4 tackles for loss. We should add pick protections. Well, pick protections aren't in Madden. That would be too complicated. It's a good idea in principle, but that would just be too much of a headache. Yes, I get to turn light mode off. Thank the Lord. Hold on. I'm turning it off right now before we even see the score. Hold on. Yes. Hallelujah. I missed you, dark mode. Dark mode doesn't even look normal. Dark mode feels weird now. I got used to light mode, but no, this is way better. A good win, too. 29-7 against a solid Raiders team. Phil Chippendale was good. He throws 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook had a nice game. That's rare. Christian Kirk scores. Juju had a nice game per usual. Deontay Harris is back. Arnold scored. I moved Arnold to my starting tight end, so we'll get to see more of him. So that's fun. Octi lose next week. Who are we playing? Don't we play the... Oh, we played them week 8. We played New Orleans. Okay. The Jaguars are still hot. They have won, what, 3 in a row? And the Dolphins continue to be, like, the weirdest team in the league. Joe Burrow was good. Riley Painter was fine. Because I'm 7-1 and you are too. Yes. Justin Jefferson had a good game. So did Njoku. So the Dolphins do not get revenge from last year's playoff matchup. And the Jaguars beat them again. So maybe Jacksonville will be a threat for the playoffs. Now, they are unlucky that they have the Colts in their division. But, geez, the Niners lost to the Jets. Ugh, you can't be losing to the Jets. Is there any coach more picked on than you and RSV? Maybe Husker, maybe RMP, and that's about it. I would say it's you 4, as EA's most hated. Derrick Henry had a big game. Hey, Jags, stop it. That'll tell him. That'll definitely tell him. Who is next? Green Bay. They got pummeled by the Rams. 38-13. Katie Katz throws 4 interceptions. And he's been playing really well, too, so this is kind of a surprise. Keith Priolio wasn't even all that good. He had statistically one of his lesser games of the year. Kasim Lamb is still an absolute unit. Even though his team lost. Well, the entire OFL server hates it. It's not hate. It's that we dislike your team. And it's nothing against Scuda, because Scuda's a fun player. But, yeah. Boo Chiefs. Is that everybody? Yeah, did the Sentinels have a bye week? They did. Yeah, so that's everyone. Okay, so let's take a brief look at the standings. In the AFC North, the Cougars widened their lead a little bit. In the South, the Colts are still on top. Jacksonville's won 3 in a row, though. The Bills still lead the East, and this continues to be a disaster of a division. In the West, the Diablos strengthened their lead, beating the Raiders. In the North, the Lions are now in first place, since they won and everybody else lost. In the South, Carolina's in first. Everybody else is 1 game back. Carolina's 5-3. I thought they were worse. The Eagles, Bulldogs, and Caps are all 5-3, tied for first. And then in the West, the Cardinals are a game ahead of Portland. OFL 21 has been so frustrating with you. Well, it's been frustrating with everyone. Except for me. Actually, no. Really, ever since we won our OFL Bowl, we really haven't done anything good. But, no, not yearly awards. We went weekly. There we go. Dwayne Haskins, Kyler Murray, Kenny Moore, and Dre Greenlaw win Player of the Week. All right, cool beans. So on to Week 10, the Texans and the Steamers. Siri, give me a whole number between 1 and 2. 2. So we will be using the Steamers. So if Pepperjack comes in here within the next minute, he can pick his stuff. And if not, we can pick for him. Thanks for beating Las Vegas. Only time I'm saying this. You're welcome. For the sake of the wild card, that's big for you guys. I don't know how likely it is. The Steamers don't have a ton of jersey combos either. It's pretty much, do we want to wear the white jerseys or the black jerseys? I vote we wear the black jerseys, since they're just regular home jerseys. Black. I feel like black's probably going to win. Here we go. We're now on to the double-digit weeks, starting with Week 10. So now the season's really starting to come down to it. And we'll see if the Steamers can get back on the win column. Both of these teams just lost. I thought the Texans didn't have their bye week for whatever reason. I thought they were 5-3 going into the day. But I guess not. They're 5-3 now. EA needs to add more jersey combos. Yeah, but EA's lazy. They didn't say anything about the relocation teams from Madden 22 franchise, so I'm just going to assume they're the same. Probably. Which is unfortunate, but I think EA might not be allowed to change them. I don't know how that works. That's kind of odd. Like, the NFL doesn't allow them to have, like, a created team, which doesn't make sense. Why would the NFL care? Huh. Oh, well. Maybe EA's just making excuses. Made a player called Joey Mama in jersey number 69. What a god. FEA for removing created team. Facts. Go Steamers! So Dak Prescott is back healthy. Why is he wearing number 13? Dak Prescott looks weird wearing 13. That just doesn't look right. But he is back healthy for the first time in a few weeks. Oh, and it's a fumble on the first play of the game, and it's picked up by Memphis. Taven Bryan recovers. Who forced it? Welcome back, Dak. I think that's Deron Payne? Probably. So here's Josh Allen in Memphis. They're going to be starting on the opponent's 15. So that's quite the start. Oh, cool. Neat. Awesome. What a 78 overall team. So offseason Dak done. Maybe Dak is still hurt and we just don't know. Texans start the game with a sack. It's Harvey Grady. I think that's his name. I think his name is Harvey. He was a first-round pick a few years back, wasn't he? I guess he's a superstar dev. 2nd and 14. Josh Allen looking to throw. Will he get sacked again? We've had 3 plays in this game, and they've all been sacks. What a weird start. I don't even think the first game of the day had 3 sacks total. Now we have 3 sacks in the first minute. That's why IT went to Detroit. IT could have picked to go to Houston. The choice was the best teams who were not on his list who offered trades, and the best offer from a team on his list, which was Houston. And then the other teams he could pick from were the Titans, the Lions, and I think the Rams. And he ended up picking Detroit. Which, I probably would pick the Lions too, because the Rams weren't going to start them. The Titans suck. So it's really just the Lions or the Texans. I think the only other rational choice he would have made would have been Houston. But I think Detroit is slightly better, and they have a realistic shot of winning the division. Although the Texans are only 2 games back, but Indy looks kind of unbeatable at the moment. Oh, cool. Good defensive play. I wish my team did that. Who does Toronto play this week? They're 3-6, so they haven't had their bye week yet. Maybe that's week 10. Let me see, because I'm kind of curious. Yeah, it looks like the Thunderbirds have a bye week. What an Octi Jinx! When you think about how Temple fell off in real life, Temple football was only good for like 2 years. I remember I was at the game when they played Penn State. This was like 5 years ago. And it was week 1. And Christian Hackenberg was like the projected #1 pick going into the year, which is ironic because he never played an NFL down. I'm pretty sure that was like Saquon Barkley's college debut or something too. And Penn State was supposed to win, and Temple like killed him. And then Christian Hackenberg's stock fell down, and then he never played an NFL down because he's not good. Lions or Texans, the other rational decision would have been Houston. And that's kind of odd because, you know, Houston... Houston? I don't know how to explain it, but the Lions were the best choice he could have made. Who are you guys playing? The Packers play... Nobody. The Packers have a bye week, it looks like. Katie Katz can only throw interceptions in practice now.
Prescott's pass complete to Jay Sternberger. A gain of 21 yards. First down. Texans.
Did you not see something wrong with the statement you just said? What was the statement I just said? Katie Katz can throw interceptions to his own teammates? Lions or Texans? However, decision that would have been rational was Houston. Yes, because you get to play in Houston. And Houston's, I mean, I get Houston's a shaky team at times, but they are 5-3. They are kind of good. The Titans are terrible, and the Rams he wouldn't have played. So Houston's a better choice than them. And, I mean, it's not like IT's under contract forever. He can sign wherever he wants in the offseason. What city do the Texans play for? They play in Houston. They play in Houston, Texas. Imagine saying you're a proud UMass fan. Do they have fans? Do UMass fans exist? I don't think they do. There's a nice touchdown for Houston. They take the lead. Is that Chris Carson, probably? I don't know who else that would be who would have 500 yards. It is Chris Carson. But I don't think UMass has fans. I don't think there's a real living, breathing person in this world who says, go UMass Minutemen. I don't think there's a real person who does that.
Makes the score Texans 7, Steamers 3. Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
You made it sound like Lions or Houston, the other team that would have been. Oh. Well, what I meant was that the Lions were a good choice, and the other team that would have made sense is Houston. That's what I was trying to say. I guess I worded it poorly. The grammar there might have been off. I was implying Houston is the other team because that's not the team he signed with. Imagine supporting UConn football. Are there, like, college football fans up there? Do people in, like, New Hampshire and Vermont and Massachusetts care about college football, or do they just care about the Patriots? Octi failed grammar, apparently. Well, it's not even that's not even necessarily bad grammar. That's just, like, not good English. I think there's a difference between bad grammar and bad English. Like, that was bad English.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Allen's pass complete to Braxton Berrios. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, round 80. 155. Hey, tight. 155. 155.
From the 38, Josh Allen taking a shot deep. Who covered him? That's going to be a nice touchdown for the Steamers by Cole Kmet. I think that's Cole Kmet. But who covered him? Joshua Allen. Yes, this is for real Joshua Allen.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
Whose teammate on defense is the other Joshua Allen.
The kick is good. Makes the score Steamers 10, Texans 7.
Seems like Bill O'Brien is on the OFL Texans now. Yeah, kind of. Real life Texans, OFL Texans. What's the difference? Well, I guess the OFL Texans are good. Pretty sure the entire New England area supports Rutgers or Syracuse. Imagine being from New Hampshire and saying you're a Rutgers fan. That's just weird.
Prescott's pass
He says, what do you mean by that?
At the 32-yard line.
Josh Allen's nickname is Patrick?
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
What? Who calls Josh Allen Patrick?
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third
Is that like his middle name? Or is his real name Patrick and his middle name is Josh?
That's the end of the first quarter with the scores.
It's because I'm an idiot. Who else would call him Patrick? Well, Naruto, all I gotta say is 78 overall team. Delaware's a nice FCS team. They are in the playoffs. Yeah, they can root for Delaware. The person who I saw working at Wendy's the other day is starting for us today.
To Brian Edwards.
What?
It's a gain of 10.
Josh Pat. Okay, that makes sense.
Down Texans.
So wait, so someone was working at Wendy's and they're starting for the Indians? Huh? Oh, the person you saw while working at. Oh, I'm blind. I'm blind. I thought that said working at Wendy's. I was like, is the player working at Wendy's?
The pass. Deron Payne on the stop.
No, who I saw working at Wendy's. I read that right the first time. So he starts working at Wendy's and then he plays? Do you not get jokes? I don't get jokes, no. I don't get sarcasm. I don't read sarcasm.
Complete to deep
Why did I not doubt
10. And the Texans
Why did I not doubt that?
down. Chris Carson on the carry.
Yeah, my IQ is not the greatest right now.
By Jonathan Abram. It's a gain of 10. First down, Texans.
Houston appears to be moving it. We might actually have ourselves kind of a good game. Khalil Mack with the sack. These quarterbacks have taken a beating so far today. Mack with his 8. Eli Morgan. Does Eli Morgan work at Wendy's? It appears the answer is no. 9.37 ERA. Yeah. He'd probably be better off working at Wendy's. Jay Sternberger gets 2. The defense gets a stop. And they're going to kick the field goal. 4th and inches to the 28. I would go for it. He probably does him a winner, to be honest. Yeah, if you're having a 9.37 ERA, you should probably be working at Wendy's. T. Higgins, future McDonald's Employee of the Month. T. Higgins doesn't need McDonald's because he makes like $100 million a year. Because Naruto just hands out money.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's been rough ever since Bieber, Plesac, and Savale went down. Yeah, I mean, if you're starting Eli Morgan, yikes. T. Higgins is the best wide receiver. And apparently, according to Cobra, future McDonald's Employee of the Month as well. Trey Onia's playing today. That's not really a surprise, but good for him.
Number 35, the ball carrier.
But yeah, unless his leg is literally like that bad, that's not a major surprise since her season's on the line.
30-yard line.
Sadly, when his contract is up, he'll never get another job and he'll be a hobo. Well, that'd be a pretty impressive job of wasting money if he's on this $100 million contract and he becomes a hobo. Depth outside of those 3 were already bad. And if they're down, bad depth plus worse depth equals ouch.
More yards. That's another Memphis first down.
Jalen Rager's not gotten a carry yet. That's kind of a surprise because he's a starter.
44-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8. Allen's pass complete to Cole Kmet. That's a gain of
Here we are at the 2-minute warning, 10-10 in the first half. We've had ourselves a pretty good game. These teams are showing why they're both two of the bigger surprises of the league. Third and 5. Nice catch. I think he was in. They say no. It kind of looked like he was in. Well, Memphis kind of gets screwed, and they have to punt it. Oh, what a punt! Down at the 6. Who needs first downs when you can get what a punts? Because what a punts are cooler. I don't know who Memphis's punter is, but good job. So Houston gets it to the 6. They still have plenty of time. Dak gonna scramble to his left, slides, doesn't get much. Houston doesn't call time. They don't need, okay, that, oh, they're chewing clock now? Okay, so they're not even gonna try. I wouldn't have done that. Well, I mean, they're backed up this far, I kind of get it. Oh, now they're gonna try. They should probably use a timeout. Okay, no, they're still just chewing clock. This is really confusing what they're trying to do. So they're acting like they're trying to move down the field by these play calls, but they're not calling timeouts. Okay, so I guess that'll end the first half because Houston doesn't really know what they're doing. But we are tied at 10. Milking clock by passing it. The old great strategy of chewing clock by throwing the football.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Go Steamers, he says. He says, get them out of here.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup in 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
He says throw an interception or something. Well, if anyone's going to do it, it's probably going to be Josh Allen, who's already thrown 10 this year. So, if you want someone to throw an interception, and Josh Allen's done that in OFL watch games before, Nico knows all too well. But, yeah, if there's anyone who's going to do it, it's going to be him. Third and 2. Wasn't able to hold on. Nice hit. So Houston's defense gets a stop. They're probably going to run the ball and then go no huddle afterwards because they're the Texans. They just like to be weird. Hey, it's cool to be weird. I respect it. He says, please shut the hell up.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Well, I was given an opportunity to mention it, and sometimes when you're given layups, you take the layup. Scoota's thrown under interceptions this year. I bet it. Well, Scoota's also played one less game. Had Scooter played in week 2, he totally would have thrown like 12 interceptions, wouldn't he? He says, what do you mean? I'm dunking it. Okay, well, if you're given a dunk, you take the dunk. Unless your name is Ben Simmons, and then you just pass it out. Second and 9. Did he get it? It looked like he did. Nice play by DK Metcalf. Dak is 10 for 10. He has not thrown an incompletion. Now, he did fumble it earlier. So he has turned it over. But he has not thrown an incompletion. I'm going to pull the ad out of the ads. So that would be what? Just self?
It's a gain of 10. First down, Texans.
Or if you're pulling ad out of ads, then it would just be the S.
7-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Hey, it's Brian Edwards, the $150 million man. Now to the 36. Houston's offense appears to be in business.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Houston.
Ben Simmons is the type of person to have a perfect chance to make a "that's what she said" joke, and then he adds another person to make the joke. That's so true. That's funny. That's a good one. If you don't get Scooter out of his set, well, put it this way. Scooter doesn't need to get better because he's already a 79 overall, and he's already playing really well. Remember when IT was a rookie and he was a beast, and then his rating got higher, and then he got worse. So maybe this is a good thing for Scooter. Maybe. This game isn't about ratings. It's about who Madden likes and who Madden doesn't like. Because EA is rigged, and they don't care about your feelings.
Prescott's pass complete to Brian Edwards. A gain of 16 yards. And the Texans first down.
Dak still has not thrown an incompletion. 15 of 15, 155 yards. That's a lot of ones and a lot of fives.
He's out of bounds at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Houston's had the ball for what feels like an eternity. If they only get a field goal out of this drive, I feel like that'd be a fail. Guess I don't have to beat the Packers. Do you play the Packers soon? I guess you do. Oh, another fumble! And it's picked up by the Steamers. After all that, they don't even get a field goal. They get nothing. Dak has butterfingers. Dak has not thrown an incompletion. He's fumbled it twice. I think that was Walty Snowman with the sack. He had 2 last week, gets 1 here. Wow, what a big play for the Memphis defense. The Steamers did something good. Now they have it back on offense. As there's Tajik for a gain of 6. It didn't look like he was down. Hold on, let me get a better look.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, he was close. We did not get a very good angle. But based on the replay, it almost kind of looked like he was. But the replay started too late. Like, I could put all my time and effort into a very talented team. The EA would be like, nope, F you. We're going to have this team who has an inactive coach do well instead. Yeah, that's like the one annoying thing about this. Like, I feel like it being random is kind of good. Because you don't know what to expect, especially this year with how there's been so much parity. But I will say the annoying thing about randomness and parity is that teams with inactive coaches get rewarded. And EA still gives middle finger to better teams with active coaches. So that's like the one annoying thing about it. But for randomness, I do somewhat like. There have been 3 points since the first quarter. That's kind of wild. 4th quarter in the books. We've got ourselves another close one. Like, thanks, EA. Next time I'll just stand around. EA will still find a way to punch you in the nuts by doing nothing. Chiefs, dark horse for AFC champions. No. Probably not. If the Chiefs make the OFL Bowl, then that'd be pretty wild. That's what that would be. Look at this run by Braxton Berrios. He's gotten more touches than Rager, which is odd. I won. You did win. Yeah, you guys have won, what, like 5 in a row? So despite the Cardinals' slow start, it appears Arizona's going to be a contender again, and it feels like Alexei Smirnoff is back in the MVP race, just like last year and the year before, and he's probably still going to finish second. But now that he has his new $40 million contract, maybe things will be different. I think he's probably making less money on this contract than his last one. Because when you're the #1 pick, you make close to $10 million a year. There's a nice touch. Is that Tajik? That's a big guy. He's practically as big as Wyatt Teller. It is Tajik. I figured it wasn't Rager, because Rager is not built like an offensive lineman. The contract is a steal. It definitely is. I think the best thing about having user players in this game is that since it's virtual money, you can give them close to nothing, and they'll have no reason not to take it. Unless they just want a lot of virtual money, which if they do, I mean, that's their choice. I mean, getting virtual money is fun. But being on a good team is funner. And Arnold is hurt! A guy with the name Arnold is injured! No! Not Arnold! Payne. Texans have it back. Dak still has not thrown an incompletion today. He says, lose, Steamers, lose! The more Steamers losses, the better for the Lions. I don't know if you guys saw your Week 9 game, but Dwayne Haskins threw for 5 touchdowns. So, yeah, he was really good. And everybody else in the NFC North lost except for you guys. So Week 9 was quite good for the Lions. Imagine if Dwayne Haskins just plays so well that IT doesn't even play. That IT is just the backup. That'd be a little bit funny. That'd be a little bit funny. Dak gonna scramble. Dak is on fire. I mean, Dak has been efficient today, but he's also had those 2 fumbles, which both led to points for Memphis. Oh, what a throw, what a catch, and DK's off to the races. We're tied at 17. That was a very risky throw, but it worked. And we know DK has that track speed. He's gone. I love virtual money, don't we all? We all love virtual money. Did the Snowhawks lose? No, the Snowhawks ended up winning in overtime. Nothing like 3rd and goal at the 25. There really is nothing like that. You need to win this week? Who do you guys play against? I know it was close in the poll, but I forget. So it's someone good, if it was on the poll. Yeah, oh, it's the Snowhawks. Wow, that is a must-win game. Well, I don't know if I'd say it's a must-win game. I think it's more important for Portland, since they're lower in the standings than Arizona. But yeah, you guys definitely still need to win. This vaccine has you sleepy as heck. Did you get your second one? The second one didn't do anything for me. After I got the second one, which was like a month ago, I was drinking water that whole day because I read that drinking water was good. I don't know if it was just a coincidence, but I had nothing but a sore arm. I feel like their incentive for players to try should be get a lot of virtual money. Whoever makes the most virtual money wins OFL 21. I was about to say 20 for whatever reason. Whoever gets the most virtual money or has the most virtual cap space is the best. You want to win this week versus the Titans? If you guys lose that game, I'm going to die laughing. If the Colts, who have been arguably the best team in the league, I would say the best team in the league. Either them or us, I would say the Colts at the moment. But if you guys lose to the worst team in the league, that'd be funny. Get your first dose on the 15th. Nice, nice. Oh, it's another fumble! I think Jalen Reagor heard us talking about vaccines, and then I think he felt a needle in his arm, and that's why the ball came out. Oh, he's down. I think he's down. They're going to review that. Yeah, he was down. Yeah, his butt hit the ground, and then the ball came out. I think the vaccine might have been the offensive lineman jumping right in his helmet. I think that's where the pain came from. Elmer's getting extended 7 years, $550K salary, no bonus. So Elmer's is not for the virtual money, I see. But that's big news for the Chargers because he's a pretty key player on that team. So that's definitely good news for them. Love how you're the only one rooting for the Steamers. Well, the other 3 NFC North coaches are here. So, oh, was that what happened? Was that intercepted? Jermaine Pratt just got the interception. Okay. But yeah, since the other 3 NFC North coaches are here and the Cardinals are in the NFC, the Steamers winning isn't really good for them. So that's probably why. I guess for our sake, the Steamers winning would probably be better. But I'm not worried about the wild card, so it doesn't really affect us who wins. I just want a good game. That's what we've gotten. We've gotten a really good game. Smirnov has a cheap contract for his play level. To be honest, any contract you could give Smirnov would be cheap for his play level. Except for $40 million a year. Then maybe not. But he'd be better than the other players making $40 million a year. I think it's fair to say he's better than Terry McLaurin and Quinnen Williams. Guess you need to win. Well, you're playing the Titans. You could start your backups and still win by about 20. So if you're second in the division, would you be wild card? So before division winners win the division, and then the wild card is the next 3 best records. It doesn't matter where you finish in the division. Texans going to go for a 54-yard field goal, and it's short. Wow! So the Steamers get it back with an opportunity to win. Jalen Hurts is wearing number 4. That's why Dak isn't wearing 4. This game is weird. Painter's going to ask for the bag. He's going to ask for the bag. You're right. That was another reason to draft Smirnov over Painter, because Smirnov's going to be cheap, and Painter isn't. Smirnov's better, but Painter's going to ask for more. Because Painter's young, he is an X factor, and his rating's high. And based on how he's played this year, it wouldn't be out of a realm possibility for the Dolphins to pay him. Tanking Mania, here comes the Tennessee Tanks. Choo-choo. Imagine being 11-5 and missing out on a wild card spot. I thought the Dolphins were 10-6. It's wild that the Dolphins missed one and the Bears made it. Oh, look at Reagor! Memphis takes the lead with 48 seconds? 48, yeah. Wow, what a run! And the Steamers are on top. Can totally see us losing. If you guys lose to Tennessee in Week 12, that'd be pretty bad. Because the Titans are, I wonder how, I mean, maybe Gardner Minshew flips the switch. I don't know. Gardner Minshew is not thrown an incompletion this year with the Titans, so you never know. But if the Titans beat the Colts, I'm going to die laughing. Anything less than an OFL Bowl is a disappointment for your team. If I was you, I would probably agree with that, yeah. I think for you guys, it's OFL Bowl or bust. Well, I guess OFL Bowl or OFL Bowl next year. Because with Smirnov being cheap, you'll have another shot. Say we go to... Yeah, I don't think the Titans are going to lose out. They're going to find a way to win like 1 or 2. I'd think. You can 100% see us losing. That'd be funny. I want to see the Colts do well because they have Eddie Small, who's my guy. But for the memes, I really would not mind seeing the Titans win today. Dak is sacked by Logan Wilson. Why wouldn't they call time? What the hell? You have 3 timeouts. What are you doing? I'm flabbergasted by that. I'm flabbergasted. I'm an OFL Bowl drag course. I bet you are. So now the Texans are what? Going to launch a Hail Mary? Dak slings it off his back foot. Ooh, he had that in his hands for a second. And that's Dak's first incompletion in the game, too. Houston is allergic to calling timeouts. Clock management strikes again, and the Memphis Steamers find a way to win. And the Lexans, according to the chat, have now lost, what, 3 in a row? Weren't the Texans 5-1? I wouldn't say you're out. I mean, we're in week 10. I wouldn't be too worried. I guess you'd be out of the playoff picture as of now, but there's still 7 weeks left. So I wouldn't panic that the Steamers won this one game. Nobody really put up big numbers. This is just like a well-rounded, hard-fought game. I think the Titans would be up first. I'm dying to see if Indy wins, just because now that's a big deal for whatever reason. If the Colts lose, I'm going to die laughing. That would actually be the funniest thing. Oh, new injury. Who's hurt? It is, I think, Hamilton, because Booth was already injured. If I win, I'm going to go light mode. Apple, you can change your mind on that. You can change your mind. You're going to change, you should change your mind. Imagine being nervous right now. Yeah, because you guys don't play. You'll lose? So are you saying if you win, you'll go on light mode, or if you lose? Well, the fun in Pittsburgh can't stay forever. They lose to the Raiders 31-21. Kyler comes back down to earth, but he wasn't terrible. Marvin Jones was pretty good as the Raiders get back on the win column. It looks like Darius Geis is back. The Raiders ran the ball really well. Lions won again. Did they? Wow. Dwayne Haskins is 2-0 as a starter. Who needs Isaiah Thomas when you have Dwayne Haskins? If you win, you'll go light mode. Okay. And Boomy said if he goes 0-2, he will as well. So. Thunderbirds have a bye week, right? Yes. Okay, the Colts win. Apple's going light mode. 20-6. Eddie Small was solid. Gardner Minshew wasn't terrible. Looks like it was the defense that won in the game. Saquon Barkley was good, though. Why did the fullback get 11 carries? What? Tom Flanagan. Who are you? Malachi Arnold played well. That's new. For 2 to 3 days. All right, enjoy light mode, Apple. It's not fun. You should not have done that. But you won, so there you go. The Bengals get shut. The Chargers shut somebody out. What? Is this the same defense who has, hold on, is this the same defense who's allowed 28, 49, 24, 42, 51, 23, 27, and 42? And this game said Lamar Jackson was the MVP through 8 weeks, and he got shut out by the Chargers. How? Vincenzo Pajoti was pretty good. How did he get shut out by San Diego? I don't know. The $550,000 man, Elmer's had a nice game. But how does one get shut out by the Chargers? This game said Lamar Jackson was the MVP, and his team scored nothing against the worst defense probably in all of OFL 21. How? Ooh, the Bills beat New England 20-9. Buffalo stays on top in the East. Matthew Mayer had negative 10 passing yards. Oh, okay. Stafford was good. Kenneth Hawthorne was not. It says it said Burrow after week 9, but going into today's stream, it was Lamar. And none of us agree with that, and clearly we were all right because he got shut out by the damn Chargers. Matthew Mayer really is the GOAT. The Bucs put up 51 on Dallas. I can't wait to see these numbers. Wow, Matt Woodard threw 5 touchdowns, and so did Jordan Love. This would have been quite the game to watch. Holy cow. McCaffrey was good. Tyreek Hill was good. D.D. Westbrook scores twice. Combined 10 passing touchdowns. That's a lot. The Bulldogs lose to Baltimore. 22.404 passing yards. What did Morrison do? Wow. Why did Gardner throw multiple passes? Did he get hurt again? But Andy Morrison was great. So was Deshaun Watson, but we don't care. Andy Morrison was great, and Boomy now does not have to use light mode. I was kind of hoping he would. Alex Howard and Terry McLaurin were both good. Andy Morrison's really not that bad. He's really not that bad at all. Rare Woomy. The Caps beat the Eagles by 1. So this means Columbus is in sole possession of first place because they were all tied. The Bulldogs lost to the Ravens somehow. And then the Eagles lose to the Caps. Austin Buckley with 3. Austin Buckley is so good. This is weird. Why has he been so good? He way outperformed Carson Wentz. Love how light mode is now. I know, that's like so funny. What happened? Why did A.J. Dillon lead them in carries? Gurley and Malcolm both scored, but what? Did they get hurt? Hunter Renfrow with 2 more touchdowns. He has probably about 20 at this point. Yeah, Nick was the one who started it with saying that, what, if he went 2-0? Or no, if he won 1 game, he would use light mode. Yeah, so Nick was the one who started it. The Cardinals win again. They stay hot. And they beat Portland. Alexei Smirnov was not all that good, though. He threw 2 interceptions. Mahomes was not great either. I think, is Kamara back this week? I think he is. I think this was the last week Kamara was out. So, Devontae Adams, 6 catches, 66 yards. Devil confirmed. So the Cardinals won like 6 straight games without Kamara. That's really impressive. Imagine what they can do with Kamara. Rare mid Smirnov indeed. It's 6 in a row, right? Yeah, they have not lost since week 3. The Chargers obviously won. The Chiefs lose to the Cougars 34-31 in overtime. Scudo was great, though. He threw 4 touchdowns. DR3 added 3 as well, so both quarterbacks were phenomenal. Joe Mixon was very good. He had 119 in the score. All you need is 2 more wins, and you'll have an OFL 21 record. Nice. Smirnov is still a beast. That's definitely true. And his team won the game at the end of the day. The 2 interceptions didn't cost them the win. The Colts won. The Cougars won. How many they won in a row? Oh, 2. Okay. Dallas lost. We lost! So the Colts are now the 1 seed. 26-24 against the Saints. Phil Chippendale was okay. Garoppolo was 2. Jared Goff with a 118.7 passer rating. Goated. Dalvin Cook had 9 carries. Why? And he played well. Better not be hurt. Juju was very good despite the L. So the Colts now have sole possession of the best record in the entire league. I've been telling people the Saints were good, and now they kind of prove it against us. So that's kind of mean. The Dolphins, they beat the Jets 27-24. Miami back on the win column. Matt Ryan and Riley Painter both play pretty well. Hello, RMP. Welcome. Your team won the first game. We have not seen what they did in Week 10. You guys might have a bye week. I'm not sure. But you guys are now only 1 game under 500. Joe Burrow threw 3 touchdowns. I think it was against Miami. Where's A.J. Brown? Oh, he only had 30 yards. Richard Becker allowed 3 sacks. Who put up the numbers? Christian Wilkins, not Joey Bosa, not Harold Landry. Well, Harold Landry had 1. The Eagles lost. The Niners beat the Rams. What has happened to the Rams? They've completely fallen off the map. Keith was not great. Herbert was good, which is rare for him because he's not very good. Brandon Ayuk finally played well. Your team's been hot, though, Nick, considering you've won 6 in a row. You guys just need to make the wild card, and now that's not unreasonable at all. Wow, Alan Pierman had 3 sacks. But yeah, the Jags making the wild card is not unreasonable at all. Yeah, Jacksonville did have a bye week. Okay. Wow, this is actually a tough schedule, though. Outside of New England, all these teams are pretty good. But most of these teams up here are good, too. The Lions had a bye week. The Packers had a bye week. The Panthers beat the Sentinels 24-21, so Carolina's still on top. The Tank does not like that. No, the Tank does not. The Tank does not like the rare Justin Herbert good performance. If everyone wants to see their schedule at the end, I can show that. Now that we're getting closer to the end of the season, and now that we know like who's good, because I see Noob is asked. So, if anyone wants to see it, put the classic pineapple pizza in the chat. If you want to see your schedule. Patriots we saw, Raiders we saw, Rams we saw. That might be everybody. Yeah, it is. So we'll check this, the standings, and then we can go through certain team schedules if you guys want to see them. I'll do it in order of when I see the pineapple pizzas. So, like, Apple, for example, would be first, because he's the first one I see. Cougars advance their lead in the North, and the Bengals do not deserve to win it now because they got shut out by the damn Chargers. In the South, the Colts widen their lead. In the East, Bills and Dolphins both win a game. You want your cap so you can pay Scooter the bag. Well, don't you want to pay Scooter, like, a small amount? He says apple pizza, to be honest. In the North, the Lions and Steamers are now tied. Carolina advanced... Nope, hold on. Carolina advanced their lead in the South. The Caps now are in first place, and the Cardinals strengthened their lead in the West. Alright, so I see Colts, Chiefs, Thunderbirds, Lions, Cardinals, and I kind of want to see ours too. So, no, I don't want league schedule. I want team schedule. Ooh, Colts play the Chiefs. That's a good game. I'd like to watch that. Steelers, Jags, Bills, Pats, Packers, Steamers. This isn't terribly hard. I mean, the Chiefs are good, the Jags are good, Packers and Steamers are pretty good. But none of these 4 teams are, like, great. And the Steelers I don't trust, the Bills I don't trust, New England I don't trust. So this isn't horribly hard. Kansas City. Colts, Chargers, Diablos, Bucks, Chargers, Ravens, Bengals. This isn't all that hard either. I mean, the Colts and Diablos might be the 2 best teams in the league. But other than that, the only other good team here is Tampa Bay. Oh. Yes, you're right, Nick. My bad. Okay, there we go. Next is Toronto. The Thunderbirds have the Steamers, the Titans, the Packers, the Niners, the Lions, the Rams. This is an easy schedule. The Texans are kind of falling off. The Rams aren't good. The Niners aren't good. The Titans aren't good. So it's just the Steamers, the Packers, and the Lions. This is a pretty easy schedule. Next up is Detroit. Packers, Jags, Steamers, Cardinals, Thunderbirds, Panthers, Titans. I think this is pretty tough. The Titans suck, and Toronto does not appear to be great. But other than that, everybody else is pretty good. And then the Cardinals, and then us. Lions going to take that dub against Toronto. You're probably right. The Lions are the better team as of now. But the Thunderbirds did go on a nice stretch at the end of last season, so I'm not going to count them out yet. But that doesn't mean I trust them, because I don't. So the Cardinals have New England, London, Jets, Lions, Packers. This is a really easy schedule. The Cardinals should win 5 of these games. New England isn't that good. The Bulldogs aren't that good. I don't trust London at all. They started the year off well, but they have not played good recently. The Jets suck. The Lions are good. The Packers are pretty good, and the Snowhawks are pretty good. So that's 3 good teams and 4 pretty bad teams, because I don't trust the Bulldogs. And then us. And then the Packers as well. I didn't see that. But after us, we'll do Pokemon. Bengals, Raiders, Chiefs, Steelers, Cougars, Bucks, Chargers. I'd say this is about average. Raiders and Chiefs are pretty good. Cougars are good. Bucks are good. Steelers, you never know what you can get out of them. So I'd say this is about, yeah. And then Green Bay. Lions, Steamers, Thunderbirds, Jags, Cardinals, Colts, Niners. Yeah, this one's a tough one. San Francisco isn't great. Toronto isn't great at the moment. But the Lions are good. The Steamers are good. Jacksonville is playing well. The Cardinals are good and the Colts are good. Wow, this is a really tough stretch. Cardinals and Colts back-to-back weeks. Ugh, that's rough. Light mode isn't horrible. It really isn't that bad, but it's a light mode, so. We want legally. Well, hold on. Weekly awards: Deshaun Watson, Scooter Young, Alan Pierman, and Huff. I don't know his first name. I love how both of the quarterbacks' teams lost, and they still won it. Packers Lions. I'd like to watch Packers Lions. That'd be a good game. We'll briefly scroll through league leaders. Stafford leads in yards. Touchdowns belongs to Austin Buckley. Buckley is the MVP as of now. That's wild. Riley Pander's only thrown 4 interceptions. There's no clear leader, but statistically, I really think it's Austin Buckley. That's crazy. The rushing leader at the moment is Saquon Barkley. McCaffrey and Zeke right behind. You have to get used to it. Yeah, it got better as it went along. Reception, or no, this is yards. It's Kasim Lamb by a lot. Receptions will probably also be Kasim Lamb by a lot. Yeah, he's a legit Offensive Player of the Year candidate. Mark Andrews is actually fairly close. But Kasim Lamb's been the best receiver in the OFL this year. When was he picked? Because he wasn't like some top prospect. He's a second-year guy out of Notre Dame. He was outstanding last year. This guy was... He was undrafted. This guy went undrafted. And he's a machine. I know he wasn't a top prospect. I didn't realize he went undrafted, though. Yeah, Haskins threw 5 touchdowns. But good lord, Kasim Lamb is a machine. Hunter Renfrow leads in touchdowns. He'll be an Offensive Player of the Year candidate, too, probably. But my vote's going to Kasim Lamb. He, after knowing he's undrafted, DJ Humphries and Andrew Thomas have allowed 12 sacks. Next, Adam Thielen. He looks better than Thielen, to be honest. Devin Bush leads in tackles. We'll do sacks and interceptions by conference because that's the best way to do it. Yannick Ngakoue is 9.5. Garrett with 9. And Marcus Peters has 4 picks. In the NFC, Kenny Moore and Denzel Ward have 4 interceptions. Thielen went undrafted, but I feel like Kasim Lamb's numbers are even better than his. Reggie Peters leads the NFC with 9 sacks. Khalil Mack with 8. And then we want kicking. I don't care about the AFC North. I don't care about that dumpster fire. Kicking. Harrison Butker leads in field goals. Is any kicker still perfect? Geez, that guy's 1 for 4. Ugh. The only kicker left is rookie Lawrence Stewart, who has not missed a field goal or an extra point because Barry Hampton has missed 3. How do you miss 3 extra points? He's the slot right receiver? Okay, that explains a lot. But that's still really impressive for someone who's undrafted. Lions lead the league in punts. That's surprising. Colts are last in punts. That's not surprising. 2 more years. This is the second to last year. There's 1 more after this one, if that's what you mean. Let's check the injuries. See if there's anything new. I don't think Webster was already hurt. I think that's new. Leighton Vander Esch broke his foot. That's new. Oh, you want to see your cap? That's right. Okay. Where's Dalton Risner? That's a good question. Risner should be there. Oh, I also kind of want to look at the yearly awards. We can do that too. Kamara is back healthy. IT is out for 2 more weeks. And then he will be a Lion. He's still on the Chargers because we can't cut him. I don't think I can. Yeah, no, it won't let me cut him. So he's still on the Chargers for the time being. But once he's healthy, he will go to Detroit. Ooh, Conley's hurt. And Will Molden. Wow, Cougars got unlucky with the injuries today. Kenny Horse partial PCL tear. I think that's new. Jerry Jeudy is healthy for the Jags. Ooh, Slay should be off IR. I assume Pokemon wants to do this. He said he would. So, there you go. Slay is healthy, and then you can cut someone, or you can put Beckwith on IR, but he's only out 3 weeks. Eddie Van Nalen's out for 1 more. I think he was already hurt. Alright, that's everyone. So really the only significant new one is Leighton Vander Esch. Check passer ratings. Okay, that's probably a good indicator. Put Beckwith on IR? Okay. I'll do that at the end. The best passer rating at the moment is Mitchell Trubisky. Among starters, it's Smirnov with Buckley in third. I don't really want to count Dak because he's only played 5 games. So among starters, Smirnov is first, Buckley is second, Romer is third. Maybe DR3 is still in the MVP conversation. But I think right now the leaders for MVP are Buckley and Smirnov. That's what it looks like as of now. You could really go either way. It's not Deshaun Watson. Stop. It's not Deshaun. Where's Smirnov? He's an 8th. No. Buckley is fine. Burrow's been good. They need to stop sucking off Matt Ryan. Painter, that's fair. Scooter, that's fair. Lamar, no. Smirnov, that he should be higher. Jordan Love, that's fair. Zeke, I think that's fair. Coach of the Year is Apple. That's not really a surprise. Whoa, 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 Money Mitch! Burrow, Offensive Player in the AFC. Defensive Player of the Year is currently Devin Bush. We'll briefly scroll through these. Scooter, best quarterback, and he missed a game. That's impressive. Juju is better than Joey Fox. Ha! Figured I'd point that out. Then in the NFC, the offense play, it's not Deshaun Watson. It's not Deshaun Watson. Norris Doris has passed wasn't Katie Katzen first? I don't know if he was, but Norris Doris is now ahead of him. Just give Weil the best punter. Wait, how is Hunter Renfrow ahead of Kasim Lamb? No. I disagree. Although, Hunter Renfrow has been really good. Can I have Coach of the Year, please, and thank you? We'll put it this way. You'll definitely be the favorite, and you'll probably get my vote for first. Let's take a look at the schedule. So, Week 11, Chiefs-Colts. That looks like a really fun game. Steelers-Toronto, maybe. Lions-Packers is a very good game. Texans-Jags isn't bad. Sentinel-Saints isn't bad. Dolphins-Raiders is pretty good. We've got our first tank bowls. Jets-Rams and Ravens-Chargers. Bucks-Caps is a good game. Eagles-Panthers is good too. And then Week 12, Saints-Bucks isn't bad. Jags-Lions, Thanksgiving, 2 good teams. The Ravens play on Thanksgiving. Why? Bulldogs-Cardinals isn't terrible. Dolphins-Bills, that could be for first place in the East. Caps-Eagles again. I kind of want to watch it. Have we not? No, we did watch the Caps. We watched them against Baltimore. Raiders-Diablos is a good game. Packers-Steamers is a good game. Sentinels-Panthers. Excuse me. Yeah. Playoff picture will be as of Week 3. So we'll get to see the playoff picture starting next stream, which is probably going to be early this week. Maybe like Tuesday? Chiefs-Chargers, I want revenge. Well, the Chargers suck. We don't want to watch the Chargers. But yeah, I guess that will end the stream. So hope everybody enjoyed. And for those who watch the main channel, the Westlake National Championship is premiering at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, which is under an hour. So if you care about Westlake, I would encourage you come because it's the last full game ever. So yeah, hope everybody enjoyed, and we will be back probably on Tuesday for weeks 11 and 12.